Hello, and welcome to ScanLab. Today you'll be taking one or more MRI skill assessments. The purpose of this assessment is to not get you in trouble and does not reflect negatively on you as a qualified MRI operator. The purpose is to accurately represent your current understanding and skill in some of the main areas of clinical MRI and localize opportunities to grow that individual skill if that's what's needed. Within the skill assessment, you'll be asked to perform specific tasks and answer specially prepared questions in multiple formats and across various categories. In order to understand your technical skill, none of the sequence parameters or slice positions that you are initially presented with are correct. Each parameter across each activity needs to be checked for correctness and adjusted in order to accomplish each question objective. It is important to us that you feel comfortable and confident within the assessment environment. That's why we allow you to select your preferred language, vendor, software version, and magnetic field strength that you have the most experience in. By providing you access to a testing environment that closely resembles your clinical environment, we can ensure that the data we acquire is an accurate representation of how you perform in real life. Due to some additional functionality that exists within ScanLab, you may notice that some functionality within our available vendor platforms may be slightly different than the actual platforms themselves. But the location of those functions will still be where you would expect them to be. You may also notice that certain vendor viewing and processing functionality is not available within ScanLab. This is by design. We recommend that the skill assessment always be taken on a computer while using a mouse rather than a trackpad. Never attempt a skill assessment on a tablet or smartphone. Depending on the vendor that you've chosen, you will either see a yellow or blue arrow within the graphical positioning area. The yellow arrow represents the phase encoding direction, and the blue arrow represents the frequency encoding direction. The frequency encoding direction will only be visible within the GE platform. Within some MRI activities, you will notice a glowing criteria box. In MRI, sometimes there are more than one acceptable way to angle and scan a slice group. This feature allows you to select which method and angle you will be prescribing the slices according to within the activity. For multiple choice questions, if the answers have round icons, there's only one correct answer. If the answer options have square icons, that means there are two or more correct answers for the question. In an effort to capture what you truly know without you having the time to look up the answers to questions, each question activity is timed. The assessment will automatically submit when the time expires, regardless if any unanswered questions remain. A practice examination is available for you to take prior to starting your assigned skill assessments. This allows you to be familiar with the interface, features, and overall examination structure. The practice examination can be taken multiple times. If you experience lag or latency within the practice assessment, you need to adjust your frame rate, check your internet connection, or update or configure your Google Chrome settings for optimal performance. A checklist of recommended best practices are found within the Tips area on the assessment homepage and must be confirmed prior to continuing on to the skill assessments. You can watch this tutorial as many times as you wish and take as many practice examinations as you need prior to starting your exam. But remember, once a skill assessment examination has been started, it cannot be paused or started over. It must be completed. Good luck on your assessment.